Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm covering with you today some major updates coming from Tesla. We will look into the R&D center in China as we are looking here into Grünheide. We will talk about some stuff in Europe as well, the Model 3 being on the top spot here. And furthermore, I have stuff from the United States. It's kind of like a price comparison for the electric cars and for the gasoline cars. So we will look into that as well and start with the Model 3. So in September, we had a record month where the Tesla Model 3 was the best-selling car in Europe. All the cars you see down below are no EVs, they are just gasoline cars. And this really shows where Tesla is going with all this brand and all the number of cars they produce. For the EV sector, on the other hand, the Model Y is already in the second spot ahead of the ID.3 of Volkswagen. The key metric here you have to consider is, again, it is the last month of the quarter, and this one is always a big push. We all know that, but the trend is our friend, and that's why I always say, if Tesla is achieving these numbers right now already, before Grünheide is even producing cars, we can expect where this entire story will go when it comes to numbers in Europe in next year. I personally think Tesla will be very, very fast and very, very efficient when it comes to exceeding the expectation in the market share, in the amount of cars being produced in Europe next year. They are pretty much ready. The big question is only when are the new battery cells coming, and this is what you're looking at here, the battery cell production side, which is taking shape, and I must say I'm actually pretty happy with the speed right now. We do see a total of 3 cranes working here and have pretty good developments. So I still expect that latest end of the year the main building will be ready, and the question will only be to start making everything ready inside the battery factory. So after that, I think we will see in the first quarter, if lucky, worst case second quarter, the first Model Y with the new battery cells from Tesla moving out. Then we are looking into China. In China, we do have as well interesting news. The R&D center, and this, what you're looking at here, is an official new Tesla video on Tesla China. And we do see new pictures, new insights here. What is very important to consider with China, the R&D center is now ready. And they are starting to implement everything they want to do in this building we have been seeing under construction for the past months. So what does this mean for Tesla? It means they have now the capabilities of further doing research in China. The data center is also ready, so they are going by the rules in China to keep all the data of the consumers in China, which makes a lot of sense. And furthermore, they are able to design and further go into the design of the compact EV that we are all waiting for. But personally, I think it won't be before 2023. I think we could see an announcement before that, maybe in 2022, and then the initial production will start in 2023. The main focus for Tesla right now is the Cybertruck, the Model Y ramp up in both factories, and of course the Semi coming as well. So we have to keep in mind there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. Another product is just putting too much pressure on it. So again, we will look in a moment into some numbers from the United States, because what I find really interesting is the question of the costs. We have seen that in Germany as well. In Germany, we do know that the electricity prices are really jumping, and a lot of people are still considering buying an EV because they say, well, the gasoline cars are not getting less expensive. And there's a lot of truth behind that, because you have to consider the maintenance, and based on Hertz, I have talked about that yesterday, Hertz was investing around $4.2 billion into Model 3s. And there were a lot of people out there that were saying, well, they initially got some discount. But Elon Musk said on Twitter that this is not true. There was no discount. It was just the listing price. And this means that Tesla is able to make a lot of money with those cars. Looking into the EV numbers here, or the cost on the maintenance side in the United States, we do see a big advantage for EVs. And we do also see that the gas cost is way higher than for like in the European continent. What we have to be honest with us when we look at the EV costs is also the question if we have further. The question we have to consider here, what I'm meant to say, is that of course the entire sector is profiting from coal, and of course the entire energy business behind the electricity we have, not only in the United States but as well in Europe, is of course not as green as it could be. And based on that, we have to be honest with us that there's a lot of transformation that still has to happen. And of course, we can reach such low electricity cost as well because we are using nuclear energy or coal energy. So yes, for the moment, it's really nice to have an EV being cheaper to charge. But there's a lot of work for the industry and for us all on this planet to do before we can say with a really good mind that we want to push more EVs forward, because as well the energy that we are consuming is more green. But the great thing about Tesla is that Tesla is also working on that. So I'm really confident that we will see Tesla going into that market. As we all know, they are doing that already. And so with that, we can further expect more money to be made in this business. And of course, Tesla will further try to make the footprint for the EV market much better. And this is possible as well when the government, like in Germany, for example, might decide very soon that on every new building there has to be a solar roof. If that is the case, we are on a very good step forward to make as well the energy we need for the EVs much greener, much more sustainable. And as we are looking here into Austin for the final words, we do see the last space that is open is now close to be done. So thank you very much for being here. I always appreciate your comments and your feedback. And so I wish you all a wonderful day. Take care. Thank you very much, guys.